Alright, looks like we're live. How's it going, everyone? Marriland here. That's right, it's time for another week of Wonder Trade Wednesday, where we're going to Wonder Trade away some of these Cyndaquil that I hatched last week. Now, I only have one box that's completely full, so that's all I'm going to be doing today. But I do have a box full of these lovely Cyndaquil, and some of them have Flash Fire, so that can make them pretty cool. Alright, so I'm not feeling like a very long stream today, probably only about 45 minutes or so. That's about what it takes to trade away one box. Just kind of how it goes, I guess, but that's okay. I got some stuff I gotta do today. I slept in. My voice is still a little off because I was talking for about 31 hours. For Saturday and Sunday's epic Crystal Sleep Lock event. That was crazy. So I'm going to go over the rules, or like the procedures in a moment. I'm pretty sure most of you that are here probably know this already. So I'll wait until people show up before I do the explanation. I'll trade away 6 of them first, but hopefully you all know about the countdown by now. I will give you just a moment, just so you're kind of more or less ready. I don't want you to say ready though, but just to get y'all situated and whatnot. I don't have any water with me. I was thinking, oh, I should probably get some, but not going to be a very long stream. So I probably don't need it. All right, here we go. Oh man, yeah, that was quite the event. 31 hours. Okay, I never want to play a Generation 2 game again, at least in a Nuzlocke setting, because man, that was just so ridiculous as far as I don't know what you're even trying to say, Luke, but I don't really like it. That was just so grindy. Like, the level of grind was just ridiculous. I keep forgetting just how bad gold and silver are, and of course crystal doesn't actually make it any easier. So darn it, it took such a long time. But you know what, that's okay. We're through it. We didn't win, but it's okay. I think in the end, it's really windy here, okay? That's another reason I don't want to stream too long. I had to go chase down my trash bin and recycle. My trash bin was like halfway across the other street. My recycle bin was in my backyard, and I'm amazed I found it all, but yeah, it's very windy, my goodness. So I don't want to lose track of that stuff. That would be very bad. But oh well. I hate having to get that. It's amazing that after all the windy days I've had here over the several years I've had my trash bin and recycle bin, I haven't lost it. I've come close, but I haven't actually lost my trash bin. Pretty amazing in the big picture, I guess. I know it's a weird thing to be thankful for, but hey, you know what? When you have all these windy days, guess what? That's something that you are thankful for. I try to be mindful of that. Now, some of you may be following me from the sleep lock and wondering, well, what are you doing? What's going on? I will talk about that in just a little bit. If you haven't figured out, this is Wonder Trade Wednesday, where every Wednesday I try to hop on and Wonder Trade away at least one box of Pokemon that I'm hatching for a shiny project. I'm trying to get a Shiny Cyndaquil, hatch it myself. It's like if someone had one, you know, I don't want to trade for one, I want to hatch it myself. That's part of the fun of it. I've been slacking lately as far as actually hatching goes, but I might do that at some point. I'm going to need to before next Wednesday. But this is a great chance for people to have a chance to trade with me. I don't trade one-on-one with people because there's a lot of you and only one of me and only so much time in a day. But you can get lucky and you can get me over Wonder Trade. And I'll talk about it in a moment, but you may see me doing a countdown in the chat. I hit trade right when I say 1 in the chat. So if you want to have the best odds of getting one of these, you will want to do the same because there's that delay. Again, I'll talk about this in just a moment. But I figure for right now, I might as well just trade because, you know, I find I end up explaining it, but most of the people who are here already, they already know what's up. So I don't really need to explain it to them. And then people show up later and they're like, well, what are you doing? How do I get one? So I figured, you know what, we'll do it a little differently. We'll mix it up. Maybe after like the first 6 or the first 12 or something, I'll explain it because so far I haven't had anyone ask, like, how do I do this? What's going on? So I feel like I'm almost wasting that explanation by explaining it. Or maybe even just wait until the first, the first person asks what's going on, because, you know, a lot of people, they're used to this as their Wednesday thing. Like, you know, they'll show up every Wednesday, and they already know what's up. And they're probably missing, you know, like, what I'm even doing. They're like, whoa, what's going on here? Is this a sleep lock? No. Just Wonder Trades. Just Wonder Trading. Let's see. How long did my sleep lock go for? It ended up going for 31 hours. And then I wiped against Blue. I got destroyed by Blue. I did not have a single death until Blue, and then he just swept my whole team. It was actually arguably a bad thing that I didn't have any death, because that meant I couldn't change my team for the entire game. It was played as a wedlock, so I was stuck with, like, well, I had Feraligatr that was really good, but I had Feraligatr paired with a Pidgeot. I had Butterfree paired with a Fearow, and then I had what was the other? Oh, what was this? It was the one I ended up kind of using. I'm sorry, I'm out of it still. Victory Bell paired with a Graveler. That was a very solid combination, really. So, but, you know, it wasn't ideal. Like, there were so many things that I could have gotten or paired or used, and it's like I didn't have any variety by the end. But I honestly deserved it. I did do something that I don't usually do, and that's play without any sort of item restrictions and use X items. And you know what? It makes it so broken. I think it was necessary for that sleep lock because of how grindy it was, but I definitely deserved it. Oh man, I deserved to get wiped. And it was even after I had gotten a special defense drop from Blue's Alakazam's Psychic. That was what messed me up. Between that and a crit, I was done. I would have been able to survive if it weren't for that special defense drop. Like, even a crit I could have handled. Probably. Depends on the timing, but oh man, it was just... Oh well, but you know what? The good news is it gave me a chance to sleep. I'd been up for about 34 hours at that point. Because, again, I don't know. I had woken up at about 3 hours before I started streaming. Let's see. The first few hours were so long because you had to grind. Yeah, no, like, speed up button, no grinding montage, nothing like that. And, you know, you might think it seems really slow, but I had other people who were playing along, some of my patrons. I had their teams on the side. And like everyone was having that same problem. Early game grinding in Johto is terrible. But what makes it even worse is when it is a wedlock, because you get so many Pokemon early on, but there's nothing you can train them against. So, and you can't switch train that way. I mean, you can, but only between that pair. So, training up things like Caterpie and a Spearow that were like, what, level 2 and level 3? Like, that took such a long time. And you have to be able to face a pink scarf. That's weird. You have to be able to face a level 9 Pidgeotto, which doesn't sound that threatening until you realize you can only switch out between 2 Pokemon. And there's really nothing but Geodude that helps. And even Geodude gets hit by Mud Slap. So it's not actually that good in Gen 2. I think in Gen 4, Pidgeotto doesn't have Mud Slap. I might be mistaken, but I know Geodude's a lot better than. Alright, so I guess I'll go over what is going on here. Yes, Wonder Trading does work between Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It works between any of the Gen 6 games. The only thing is that's why you can't Wonder Trade things like, well, obviously Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, but if they have their move, their special move, Precipice Blades or Primordial Sea, or no, not Origin Pulse, that's what it is. I'm thinking of the ability. If they have that, then they cannot be traded. And the reason is because that data didn't even exist in X and Y. So, but for the most part, everything is compatible. So that's nice. I'm not gonna wait for anything, but I guess I might as well just go on to explaining right now. I'll go over it again. So there is a delay. What you see on the stream, what you hear on the stream, that's actually about 15 seconds ago, because Twitch has a delay. That's just kind of how it goes. The chat, however, the Twitch chat, that is instant. So you may see me type 3, 2, 1 in the chat. Well, that's to kind of signal when you should trade. So you want to be at the screen on Wonder Trade where it says, you know, do you want to Wonder Trade this Pokemon? And it says yes or no after you hit the trade thing, but then at that point. So, like right here, offer the Pokemon for trade. So I will type 3, 2, 1 in the chat. In fact, you probably just saw me do that before I was even on the trade screen, but that's just kind of how it is with the delay. I want to trade these kind of quickly just to keep them going. I trade on 1, so that's when you should hit A. It's not an exact science, so you don't have to hit it at exactly the same time. More or less will do. It's kind of random, but oh, I'm bad. Oh, jeez. But yeah, that's how it works. So you will Wonder Trade with me. I don't do trades one-on-one with people. It's just Wonder Trades because that's why it's called Wonder Trade Wednesday. And if you trade, if you hit the yes button, if you trade when I hit 1 in the chat, then you're most likely to get one of my Pokemon. One of my lovely Cyndaquil. And these Cyndaquil, they're not like, you know, cloned hack shinies. They're real Cyndaquil that were bred from an egg. Well, okay, an egg didn't breed them, but they hatched from an egg. They were bred with two Pokemon, a male Mawile with 6 IVs, that was Japanese, and I'm getting a lot of Eevee today. That's so weird. Also a female Cyndaquil with 5 IVs and Flash Fire. So, they'll have between, I think, 4 and 6 IVs. 6 IVs being quite rare, but it is, I guess, still possible. I'm not checking all of them. I'm only checking the female ones to see if I can get a female with 6 IVs. But yeah, they're real, and that's what I do. I'm all about that. I don't like to Wonder Trade away cloned hack shinies. It just kind of defeats the point. Although, if I get some, then I might end up Wonder Trading them. If they're like so blatantly hacked to the point where it's like, this isn't even worth it, then no, I'll probably just release it. But if you if I Wonder Trade away something that's, or if I get over Wonder Trade something that maybe is cloned, it doesn't look like super hacked, then I'll just retrade it. So you might have a chance to get that, but I don't do it myself like normal. You know, I don't actually start the process. Let's see, you can't get 4 if you have a 5 and a 6. You can actually, because 5 IVs from both of the parents collectively get passed down. So it's not like, think of it like coin flips, okay? So theoretically you could have all of the IVs passed down from the female, including the one that doesn't have perfect. So, and then its natural 31 could not be, or its natural IV that isn't passed along, that could also be not perfect. So it's 4 to 6 at that point. If you're breeding 2 6 IVs, then it's always going to be either 5 IVs or 6 IVs. And the 6 IVs happen about 1 in every 31, I think. I don't know the exact mathematics on it. I'm trying to still calculate how long it would take, or like what the average is for, or how long it will take me. I guess trying to think of the words here. I'm tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. I need a female Cyndaquil with 6 IVs and Flash Fire. So it's like a 60% chance of having Flash Fire, then a 12.5% chance of being female, and then like whatever the chance of getting 6 IVs from having a 5 IV parent and a 6 IV parent. I'm not that smart with math, believe it or not, so I'm not gonna bother calculating that. I'm sure I could probably figure it out. I just haven't taken the time to. Mostly because I was trying to calculate it on stream, and it's like, yeah, I'm not even using a calculator for this. Alright, let's see. It is so windy outside, my goodness. I can't get over this. It's like 30 miles per hour or so. I have not gotten a single Marrilander today. Huh. Alright, let's see. Wow, gusts 45 miles per hour. The winds are coming in at 36 miles per hour, just like a constant wind. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Yes, the US and Canada did have daylight saving time change. So it is different. I know that Europe changes at a different time. I think it's like, what, the first Sunday of April or something like that. So for a little bit, the times will be different. That's why I still always recommend checking my Twitter. So I do announce it then, but it will be for the next, well, until daylight saving time changes, for you. Oh, it's on the 27th? It's on Easter Sunday? That's so weird. Last Sunday of March. Okay, that's not too bad then. Oh, there we go. Finally, we got a Wonder Trade Wednesday Marrilander. Woohoo! Nice. Can I add 0 so that way we know when to Wonder Trade? No, because you want to Wonder Trade when I say 1. So if you were looking for a 0, just pretend that's 0 then. But I Wonder Trade when I hit 1. It's the same thing. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue this. Pichu, decent Pichu, I guess. Not too shabby. Alright. So I was working on the new Pixelmon pack version, the new version of the Meryl pack with Pixelmon and some other mods last night, and I was making some good progress actually. It was pretty good. Like, there's some nice options. I don't really know for sure what kind of mods I want to have in there. I was just kind of testing some out. I think I might have gone a little overboard actually, but there is progress being made on that, which is good. Definitely good. Got storms yesterday in Wisconsin. It's crazy. It's like, not super duper strong storms, but you know, reasonable. Had some thunder, some lightning. Very, very frightening. Yes, EV and IV command will be a thing. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a version of it for like literally the current version we're on. I think there's one for the 4.0 branch and then the 4.2 branch, and they don't have it for whatever reason for 4.1. It was playing really well though. I'm not going with well, I don't want to talk too much Minecraft, but I guess I'll just say that progress has been made, and that's a good thing. We need some progress. Oh, a sunshine named Apricot from someone. Sweet. I want to get that. Yeah, I'm still tired from the sleep block. I think I got like, I don't know, 12 or 14 hours or so of sleep after that, and it was kind of nice. I just passed out though. I didn't go to sleep right away. I like watched a little bit of TV, and I was just completely zoning out. Like, I can't even remember what happened in that episode. It was so bad, and it's just really funny. Like, when you're tired and you're just like, you can't stay awake. Like, you just lose consciousness. You're just like, you zone out. Oh man, it was pretty crazy actually. I'm really nervous about my trash bin. Darn it, I don't want to have to go fetch that thing. I'll have to see. I can't believe the sleep block is over. I've been kind of prepping for that for a very long time, and you know, just like, I guess like mentally not having that kind of looming off in the distance is kind of nice. Obviously the next one will be coming up at some point. We can hit 1250 on Patreon. That's the next goal, Ruby or Sapphire. I think I might actually just change it, just do Ruby, just because I have a Ruby version that I can restart. I don't as easily as Sapphire one because Sapphire was my main version until I got Emerald. So like I have a bit of stuff on there still, and Ruby also has like Nuzleaf and stuff in it, and Zangoose, like things that I like. So I might just say, hey, you know what, we're just gonna do it. There we go, finally another Wonder Trade Wednesday Marylander. Sweet. Only 2 out of all the ones we've done so far. Some weeks I guess you get a lot, sometimes just they're a little more scarce, but hopefully you've been getting some for yourself, or getting like trading with other Marylanders is what I mean, because that can be kind of fun. Oh, I got Dozer, nice. That's awesome. Well, you get a Sunburst. Sunburst. Yeah, it's kind of nice, you know, during the Winter Trade Wednesdays. Like, I guess, oh wow, that's a really decent Rotom. Some people, they get upset when they don't trade with me, and it's like, oh, I want Maryland. Well, there's a lot of people that do want Maryland, but remember, oftentimes the people that are trading with, or, you know, during this, that are also looking for me, you know, they're giving some kind of neat stuff too, and it's cool to be able to trade with other Marylanders. It's part of the you know, the fun, I guess. Try not to worry about it too much. If you don't get me, because you could get someone else cool. Let's see, I have a question. Can you somehow get someone for X and Y? Wonder trading from Oras. Yes! You can. You can. And if I'm too fast with the timer that you can't catch up, maybe don't try to catch the one right after this. Get the one after that. So you time yourself to my 3, 2, 1. Instead of me slow down for you. So just ignore this trade and just wait for the next trade, so then you'll be lined up properly. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I need to breed more of these. I think I got to 100 and then I stopped. But I might be mistaken. I might have just stopped anyway. But I seem to recall reaching 100 and then stopping. Pichu! Helpful IV breeding percentage figure outer thing. If it can help me figure out my current problem, that'd be great. Like, I don't know if it has support for gender ratios and abilities, because I have everything else mostly figured out. I mean, I guess I could probably just go with it from there, but I don't know. If I could just figure out what the odds are for the one, I could probably... And I'm getting Pichus too. Pichus and Eevees. Alright, I do see the deleted link, don't worry. Or for gender and ability, huh. Let me check that out really quick. A Weedle. Okay, let's figure this out. This is actually pretty handy. So, I guess it's... For what I need, apparently, at least according to this link thing, it is a 1 in 731 chance. Oh man, I'm more likely to have a shiny. Um, crazy. About what I figured though, but still good to know. Yeah, that's a cool link. Let me actually link that in the chat. Here is the link that got deleted. Seems legit, seems to work, which is good. I like it. And Dog Trio, apparently. I'm getting... That's like my second Dog Trio. Usually I don't get those, huh? Oh, man. So tired. It's just one of those days. I had a big cup of coffee, too, so I should be awake. I might have to get some more. Alright, let's see. Got the shiny fur I was breeding for. Well, nice. Good job on getting that. Must look pretty adorable. I like tacos. So, Pokémon tournament in 2 days. I'm not going to be doing any like streams or videos for it. I'm sorry, but I will play it. I think that could be kind of nice. Like I've said, I'm not really that great at fighting games, and I don't really want to get good, but I wouldn't mind, you know, beating up other Pokemon with like different Pokemon in that game. I think that could be kind of interesting. We shall see though. Alright, let's see. I haven't watched too much gameplay of it. I've only really seen what was at Worlds last year. So they've added some new Pokemon and stuff. I kind of like going into games blind without any idea of what is, you know, coming up. And that could be kind of nice. So, one thing I was working on yesterday, after I don't even know how many years and how many generations, I actually have, I have finally figured out my official top 25 favorite Pokemon list. Like, I finally know. I took a moment to really go through all the Pokemon. I ended up with nearly a top 50 list. It's like, oh, top 25, no problem. This. Oh, wow. I have a problem. There were like 46 Pokemon in my top 25 favorites. So I had to do something about that. I narrowed it down. Some tough choices were made. I will eventually be making a video on it, but for right now, I'm going to be doing a sort of like a countdown blog post type thing over on my Patreon page. Anyone pledging at least $1, which is the minimum amount, anyone will be able to read that as I count down. And then once I've gotten it all counted down, it's like, well, there's really no excuse now. I have everything written, so I might as well make a video on it. So it'll be a treat for about half a year, and then maybe before Sun and Moon come out, Like, oh, couldn't find a trade partner. So if ever this happens, I want to trade without a countdown, just in case I get someone else who's going kind of slow or who didn't realize there was a countdown or something like that. So there's no countdown for this. You couldn't find a trade partner, but like, there were so many in there anyway. Oh well. But yeah, so that'll be a nice kind of way to say thanks to people helping support, and you know, then they get like a little sneak peek. But I will eventually be doing a video on it, so don't worry. And then I'll tell you straight up, spoilers. The favorite is Meryl. But you already knew that, okay? Like, I mean, most people know that. I've said that all along. It really is not a big surprise. I think what more people are interested in seeing would be, you know, who else is up on that list? Because, you know, obviously Meryl's my favorite, but who else made that awesome list of top 25? So we will we'll find out, right? But I'm gonna keep that a secret until later. I did post to my personal Twitter the ones that didn't make the top 25 but were still in like that top 50 list, and things like Clefairy and Clefable were there. Chansey was there, which is a shame because Chansey used to be my favorite, and then it fell, I think, to number 9, and then it's not even top 25 anymore. But that's just how it goes. Zigzagoon was also up for consideration. I did want to include Zigzagoon. www. I did want to include Zigzagoon and Linoon, but unfortunately, although they probably made my top 50, they did not quite make the top 25. But still a pretty good showing from them, I guess. I didn't used to like them so much, but I guess I kind of like them a bit now. I'll tell you who did not end up anywhere on the list, and that's Trubbish or Garbodor. No. I do not even care what happened. There we go. Another Wonder Trade Wednesday Marriland. Not too bad then. 1 out of 10. Pretty good. Alright, well, here you go. Have a sunburst. Aw, Petalil. Don't see those very often. Lily. Cute. Alright. Now, the final Wonder Trade for the day. And, you don't need to copy and paste the same question twice in a single post. I don't play games just randomly, or like main series games, so pretty much what you see on my videos is what you get. Alright, anyway, final Wonder Trade, then I'm gonna get out of here, maybe take a nap. But yeah, this is all I really have for a complete box. I like to trade boxes at a time. I need to still sort through some of the recent boxes and get rid of some stuff that I don't really need. Because that's what I do, otherwise I wouldn't have enough room on my game and Pokebank combined for all of the trades that I have had to do over time. So yeah, wow, there's the mean kitty, look at that thing. That's so weird. I never see Peruglies over Wonder Trade. That is a very, very bizarre looking thing. Huh. Well, that's that then. Anyway, we're gonna wrap things up there. I hope that you enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you for probably an egg hatching session at some point. I don't know what, I don't know when, but yeah, we'll do that. And then maybe next Wednesday for more Wonder Trade. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time, everyone. Woo!